Is this a problem, this curly stuff?
Is this a problem, this curly stuff?
Is the MOT the same as an RP car?
An RP car and MOT are the same,
Yeah?
basically.
The same guidelines, the same rules?
And in Spain you've got the ITV and such like, but the guidelines are fairly similar. Okay. So, we can start.
Yes.
So if you'd like to show me your lights.
The lights.
Yeah.
Oh, here they are.
Here they are. We knew that we were going to get that. So if we do side lights first. No. Do we mean side lights first?
Or the indicators?
No, side lights. Start slick.
Or the brights?
No.
What are those? Aren't they on?
Yes, but I've got headlights as well. Side lights. You have start slick. Side lights.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah?
They're both working.
Why would you use these?
Well, you wouldn't technically, but they have to bloody work. Okay. No, you can use those. Yeah. Okay. The regulation is that there must be white light at the front and red light at the rear.
Yeah.
And these mark the vehicle's edges, so to speak. Okay. So this is like the outside edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So they have to work. So in that amazing bit between sort of the sun going down and it getting dark,
Okay.
that's side light.
Okay. Twilight side lights.
Yeah.
Okay, so the side lights.
Side lights work. Okay. Now we do headlights. Okay. And both the headlights are working.
Yes.
Okay. And if we now do main beam, that's the big light. Yep. And they are both working. Okay.
So off,
And yep. And what you're looking for is that the fact that they are the same in terms of brightness. Okay. Muddy is of a certain age where he didn't have adjustable headlights.
Okay.
Okay. But if you have adjustable headlights with a switch that goes 0, 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
then that must work. Okay. So if the adjustable headlights are fitted, they must work.
Okay.
If they don't work, and you are able to remove the switch,
Yeah.
then that is also classed as a pass for the MOT.
So you
Because
don't
the
have to
height-
remove the switch, but just
You
that you are able to.
No, you have to remove
Yeah,
the
yeah,
switch.
okay.
If the switch is
Okay.
fitted, it has to work. If the switch is not fitted,
Yeah.
then it doesn't have to work.
So the side lights work, and the headlights work, and the
Main beam.
main beam work. Now we're gonna
So we're going to do indicators. So if you'd like to show me your left indicator and the other left indicator, and now the right indicator.
I had it right the first time. Will you do that again?
So we're going to have a look at the back.
Yes.
So on the back there should be 2 red lights.
Yes. Check.
Okay, check. And there should be a number plate light, and both of them should work. And both of them, there are 2 bulbs in here. Okay, and as you can see, the left-hand one is not working. The left-hand one is working, and the right-hand one is not working.
Okay.
So it needs a new bulb.
Okay.
Okay, and that's
Point one.
That's point 1. And
Okay.
and again, that's something that
Yeah.
now you've spotted it.
Yeah.
You put a bulb in.
Yeah.
If you took it for an MOT, the garage would put it in. Now that's
Cost
then
us
going to cost you
50 cents as opposed to 35 euros.
Yeah. Okay. So if we do the indicators again, please.
Yes.
We do the left one.
So,
Okay. And we do the right one. If we can have the brake lights now. Okay. Okay. We have 2 more lights at the rear to check. That's the rear fog lamp.
I just never use a fog lights.
So that's on a stalk on the side of the steering column. That's the one.
Right.
And that
Hey.
should be red.
didn't know we had one.
Okay. There you go.
Yes,
if
it does
there is one, and the vehicle is left-hand drive, it should be fitted on the left-hand side. And
Right.
if there is, and if it's right-hand drive, then it should be fitted on the right-hand side.
Okay, so these were swapped when the car was changed over from right to
Correct. Okay.
left. So it used to be on that
It
side.
used to be on that side.
Okay.
Okay. And also, if you put the car in reverse gear now, then it's the only white light that you're allowed to have on the rear. And it works. The other thing that you need to be aware of is that the lighting on the dash panel all works. Okay. The important one is the speedometer.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are normally 2 bulbs in the speedometer.
Okay.
Okay. And one of the common things that we see is that one of the bulbs works, but the other one doesn't.
Okay.
And that means that one side of the speedometer is in darkness.
You can only tell when you're speeding.
And, and so they both have to work, and that then is, as I say, that it's a failure if they don't.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
I do have a question about
you have water ingress on the ammeter, on the battery
Yes.
condition. I don't mind.
yeah.
Doesn't make any difference to me.
And if that was on this
If
one,
the
would it be-
speedometer is not readable because of water ingress, then that is a failure. It has to be readable.
then you would have to take out the panel and dry it out.
Yeah. Okay. So, again, for the rear fog light, there should be. If I just turn here, if I switch on. There is no warning light for the rear fog light. There it is. There it isn't. There it is. There it isn't. There it is. Okay. So if the rear fog light comes on, if it's a switch on the column, then it should be on the dash panel.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a switch down here, and that's got. But it should have a warning light to say that it is on,
It's on, yeah.
or off. Again, if you think about it, you're driving down the motorway, and some fool 2 vehicles ahead of you has got his fog lights on, and it's a beautiful sunny day. And we've all had that scenario. And the thing about it is that it is annoying, and it creates a very, very bright, distracting light. And that's why you should have
The warning.
a warning light on the dashboard that works. And again, that's part of the MOT. You know, continuity?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I've
That's
just
the
been
best
down.
boy's job.
That's the best boy's job, yeah. Well, I've just gone and put the bloody things back on again so that we can come back to this cut and go back and do them. Because otherwise it would look stupid. Okay, go back to lighting. So we know we've got the number plate light off. One of the things that is important as well is that you've got all the lighting that we've checked, but also you should have reflectors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Here. So you've got one reflector this side, and you have another reflector this side. Again, same rule applies, that there should be no cracks, okay? And they should be reflective.
Okay.
It is a reflector, and they are there so that, so that if there are no lights on the vehicle, another vehicle can see. Yeah. Okay. And actually, if you stand back a bit from here, okay, and if you shine it at it, you can see it reflects.
Hey, it
Okay.
works.
So it should be, as I say, it should be reflective.
Okay.
If they're broken, that is a failure. Okay. Okay. Also, if they're incorrectly placed, it's a failure. And they have to be, again, outside edge. Okay.
Okay.
So.
So these are okay.
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes the reflectors are built into the light units themselves. These are separate. We can show you on the Freelander. Going back to the reflectors, then, as I say, you have separate ones, but on some vehicles you have integrated reflectors. So, see? Oh yeah. So this is actually the rear light, but it also has a reflector in it.
That's the rear brake light as well.
There's a rear brake light as well on the Freelander. So,
Right.
yeah. So, and again here we've got 2 reversing lights, 2 mist lights, 2 fog lights at the back. So,
They both have to work.
They both have to work. If there's 2 of them, they both have to work. And also that we don't have on Muddy is we have a side indicator. So if the vehicle is fitted with side indicators, they have to work as well.
Alright.
Okay. So, and it's a typical thing that if your front rears work but the side ones don't, and you just think, nah, never mind. But that actually is a failure. So.
And here you have clear lenses with
Here we've got clear lenses with
the orange bulb.
orange bulbs. So, and again, if the vehicle is fitted with hazard warning lights,
Right.
so. As I say, if the vehicle is fitted with hazard warning lights, if it's from the year where hazard warning lights, then they must work. Now, what I would say is that obviously, if there is any other lighting
Yeah.
on the front, okay,
Spotlights or something.
right, there's always a bit of a debate about spotlights and about the placement and the regulations.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have fog lights
Yeah.
on the front, then and they are factory fitted, then
Yeah.
they must work.
Okay.
If it's an accessory fit, then yeah, it starts getting into a grey area.
Yeah.
What I would say at all times is that if you have lighting on the front, then it should work.
Okay.
Okay.
where
If
the
we have
spotlights at the top
spotlights
there
on the top and spotlights on the A-bar and additional lighting, that sort of thing, then some places will say no you can't, some places will say yes you can. What the regulations say is that you may have them depending on the height they are fitted. And there are rules and regulations on the height and the placement and how they are switched as well. Okay. So technically you can't have them for road use. Okay.
So it mustn't be connected to your normal lights.
Correct. But then there are also regulations that say that they cannot be switched independently of your lights.
That works opposite
That's a bit
to
of
each
a
other.
yeah, it's a bit of a dichotomy. So what I would say is that what I would say is that you should be aware of what the local regulations are,
Okay.
and also the MOT testing station that you go to can be a bit pedantic about certain things like that. You have to remember that the MOT regulations are actually a set of guidelines, and they are open to interpretation. So my opinion or another tester's opinion could differ.
Okay.
And yet we are reading from the same page. On the fronts, the indicators should be amber. All right. Now, on the fronts, they can be a little bit white. That is allowed.
Yeah.
But on the rears, there is no white light allowed.
Okay.
Okay. So
As it could be confused with oncoming
yeah.
traffic.
So the thing is that on the rear lights, what you're looking for is that there is no white light showing. And if the indicator lenses are starting to fade, or if you have clear lenses with a yellow
Orange,
bulb
yeah,
in,
yeah,
orange bulb in,
yeah.
then the orange paint peels off eventually.
Okay.
So there is a regulation which is it white or not?
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you're looking for on the rear. So any kind of white light. Those ones are they're a bit white, but they're still amber. So they do pass.
I have to see.
Okay.
You mean from here?
Well, basically the whole of the thing. When you look at it
Yeah.
from here, then it is amber. Okay? It's a little bit white at this point, and if you look at the right one,
Yeah. I want to see you work.
works for me.
Yeah.
And that's amber, but as I say, it's not a deep amber, but that's acceptable.
Okay.
That's not a problem. But as I say, if it was white, or there was a crack in it,
You were saying?
it's fake.
So is it better to have the orange bulbs with an orange light than
No.
definitely amber?
No, then it's too dark.
Okay, so it's either the orange.
It's either the
Covers.
orange lens with
Yeah.
a white bulb,
Yeah.
or it's a
So
white
white
lens
bulb,
with an
yeah.
amber bulb. Okay. All right.
But either way, you have to
Yeah.
make sure that they
Yeah.
still look orange.
Yeah.
So this is borderline. That
No,
is
no,
okay.
no, that's it's okay. It's acceptable. Now, all right. The third brake light does not work. Okay.
Yeah, put the third brake
But you
light.
don't have a third brake light. There is years that you have a third brake light, and if it's fitted, it should work.
Okay.
Okay. If it's not fitted, and the car didn't come with it originally, then don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Okay.